Classic, and got a little press conference and a little get together to get everybody excited and tell you what's coming up. And we thank Lexus for opening this, and we also thank the invention of air conditioning. That's in here, and making the state fantastic. And without further ado, I want to bring up the two people that make magic for this event, Dana Newquist and Dolores Johnson, our co-chairs for this fabulous event. This is the 4th year, and let's hear from Dolores.
Oh, okay.
What a surprise!
First of all, this morning I went to a special event that was held, and Mike Meguiar spoke, and it just brought back why we're doing this, and we're really doing it in support of the police department and how important they are to our community and how much we value them, and that's the reason we were doing the car show to begin with, was to show the support, but more than ever we need to do that now. First of all, thank you, Mike and Brian and any other people that are here from the police department. You keep us safe, and we really appreciate it. That's why we're doing this.
Dana? Take it away, Dana.
Yeah, I've got so many thank yous here. There's so many people that have helped all of us bring this whole thing together. All those committee members, would you please raise your hands? I mean, there's a lot of them, okay? And all of you that have brought a car today, raise your hands. I mean, you know, this is a lot going way beyond the call of duty. We've got so many thank yous. Monica in particular for providing all this food for us. Thank you, Monica. You know, we have the mayor here. We've got Justin here. We've got, we've got Mark Stehrenberger here, which I will introduce a little bit later. But I could go on and on and on, and Mike, of course, you're here. Thank you. So my thank yous are many, and I'm very excited to be here. Thank you.
I wanted to say one more thing about our committee. I don't know how many of you saw the Montecito Journal that came out last night. Alma, step forward. We've got a car girl here.
We do.
And we're so excited. So we left some copies. We left some copies at the front here, and we want to thank the Journal for being so kind to do the interview, and we're very proud of her.
Thank you. Now, because this event is a great event for the city, and of course supports our city's finest, the one who's in charge of all this and is so supportive of all the different activities in the city is our mayor, Helene Schneider. And Helene, come on down and share some thoughts with you.
Oh, thank you so much. And I'll take, I don't know which one to take. No, just kidding. It's really quite something, and we call it a car show, but it's so much more than that. I mean, the love of the vehicles and the fun that it brings together and the community together, but really just want to thank the committee so much for your commitment to helping us do what we can in terms of keeping everyone safe and to connect with our police department. There are a couple of explorers. Are they still here? And they're our future, the future in law enforcement right there as well. I want to acknowledge them as well. And they just had a summer off. They did some work in Merced earlier this summer, and some competitions did really well. And so we have a great explorer program. And then I know so many people from the Boys and Girls Club is here as well, and Michael's just been an amazing new leader in that part of, for us as the city is a part of an anchor. What a great public-private partnership in so many ways. So all of you, thank you so much for doing what you can to help us reach the need that we have to make sure everyone feels and is as safe as they can be in Santa Barbara. And thank you very much.
Yay! Thank you, Mayor.
She had a conflict, and actually we were so lucky. We heard last night that she was going to get to be here, so thank you very much for taking the time.
Taking the time to
My
come
pleasure.
here. Thank you very much. And of course, we're at this wonderful facility, and we want to thank Lexus very much, and I'd like the manager, George, to come up, and maybe you'd like to share a few words. Woo!
There he is.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Just real quick, I I'd like to welcome everyone to DCH Lexus in Santa Barbara. We've been here for 3.5 years, but the show, this is your 4th year. So first of all, I'd like to acknowledge Dolores, the founder and co-chair, for putting on this wonderful event. Thank you so much. Thank you. And second, I'd like to thank all our guests and your guests for attending. You know, I can't pick a favorite, really. Those vehicles, and I don't know if you, a little chip on the paint in our business, that's, definitely museum quality. Very delighted to be just a little participate in hosting the event. And one of the things that I was told, so it's the 50th anniversary of the Ferrari Dino as well. So there you go. We got a yellow one outside. Maybe that's the big part of the event.
Oh,
and before I hand this back to Dolores, just once again, on behalf of DCH Lexus of Santa Barbara and the Montecito Motor Classic, I'd like to thank Dolores and thank everybody for attending.
And
Welcome.
my co-chair, Dana.
I'm the co-chair, Dana, I'm sorry. Thank you for attending tonight. I'm glad we're inside, not outside.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the AC will be a problem. Enjoy the refreshments, and have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Again, thanks for being here.
And speaking of this wonderful refreshments, what a spread. And I just want to tell you, there's someone who's always quietly behind the scenes doing something. What a supporter. And that's Monica Dragoo, and she made this all possible. Would you care to say something? You got to give her a round of applause. She did all this. She gets the meter, puts this thing together for food, and donates the whole thing. Bless you.
Dolores and I first started the very first car show 4 years ago, and we did it for the children, and this is still part of the children because we are supporting PAL as well. And we were so wonderfully helped by Montecito Cars and Coffee. We couldn't have done it without them, and Dana, of course, is part of that, and all of those people who are part of Montecito Cars and Coffee, please raise your hand.
There's a few. Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming and enjoying the food. I don't want them to have to take anything home, so eat up. Thank you.
Enjoy. Thank you, Monica. Round of applause for Monica. That's the food. This goes to support PAL, the Police Activity League. This is a fantastic program. And for those of you, remember the brick building that's on the corner of Victoria and Chapala? That's where PAL is located. And they have these wonderful, wonderful programs. And to see the students there, these are junior high, high school, and they're all so excited about what they're doing. And in positive activities, working with the police department. We have the PAL officer here today, Brian Kerr, and I think development director, Michelle. And if you would come on up and maybe share a few words and
Can you
tell us
bring
some
up the
good
two
stuff.
cadets too?
Bring up your cadets. Yay.
They're our future.
Yep, thank you. No, you're fine.
All right. So yes, my name is Officer Brian Kerr, and I'm the Police Activities League officer. And this is Michelle Myring, the development director. On behalf of PAL, I'm in a unique position because this benefits both the Police Activities League and the Police Foundation. And so I oversee the Police Activities League. That's my primary duty. And then I'm also a police officer, so I benefit from all the benefits of the foundation as well. So I really want to thank Dolores and Dana and the committee and everybody. I know how much work goes into this, and we really, really appreciate it. Last year, PAL served over 1,000 kids in Santa Barbara, junior high and high school aged kids. And I get the fun job of going and being a part of their lives and experience the programs with them on a daily basis. So this event has really helped us out, and we continue to be very grateful for everything. Thank you.
And I have to ditto what Aaron said. I mean, when we introduced these kids to an activity that they never thought they'd be able to experience, golf, jiu-jitsu, the program that these young people are involved in the Explorer Club, they get to go and experience things they never thought was possible. And the only way PAL and the police department get to offer these is through the generous support of the community. So really, on behalf of the kids that I serve, thank you all so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. This also supports the Police Foundation, which helps the families of the police when there's sickness and some other situations here. And I know a face that's very familiar to everybody here is Sergeant Mike McGrew, and I'm wondering, he's a board member there. And would you share a few good things with us?
I will. I've been in this community all my life. I've been a police officer for 29 years, and I have to tell you, this is the most wonderful community that exists. I've just been so blessed to be able to serve here. And you know, a lot of times officers, we go out, and I work with a lot of people who sacrifice daily, and they see things that people shouldn't really see, and they suffer things that people really shouldn't suffer. But they do it because they have a community like this that supports them and behind them all the time. And one of the things that the foundation does is, there are several things, but I think most importantly to me is that the foundation helps officers during their times of need. And right now we're starting up a program, it's called At Ease, and it deals with post-traumatic stress injuries that first responders suffer from. It's quite common. And because of your efforts, this will help a lot of officers just deal with a lot of the issues that they suffer from when they go out to traumatic incidents. Another thing that the foundation does is it allows us to purchase equipment that's unbudgeted. So we've had SWAT gear communication for our SWAT team that we wouldn't have. We have ballistic blankets, bulletproof blankets and shields that we have in patrol cars that we can go out and use during man-with-gun calls. We have just so many things that we didn't have before the foundation existed, and it keeps our officers safe. So what you're doing just helps us. We're very grateful for that, and we're very grateful to the Montecito Motor Classic for everything that you guys have done for us, and the money that you raised, and just this community in general. So we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
So we're going to have a good time. We're going to raise money. We have the gala on Friday night. We've got the special visitation at the seniors' homes on Saturday. We've got the car show coming up on Sunday. And to advertise that and bring attention to it, we always have a class act poster. And we have number the best illustrator in the business with us, Mark Stehrenberger. And I wonder, Dana, if you could give us a little background and bring up Mark, and why don't the two of you do the magic unveiling?
Well, before I do that, I've known Mark for about 35 years or so. About 3 years ago, we decided to have a children's event. And I'm going to get into the poster here in a minute, but the children's event, we didn't quite know how to develop this, but we wanted to make models and have the children make their own models so they'd understand the different systems of a car, so they'd know what this was all about, okay? We created trophies for these kids, and it was a resounding success. And one of the judges for that was Mark Stehrenberger, Daniel Vesa, and who was the third?
Michael Hammer.
Michael Hammer was the third. Anyway, the kids were so excited. This year we're expanding that somewhat. We're also including the kids at the Boys and Girls Club. And these are the trophies that are given away, and they're exquisite. And Michael, you're over here from Tri-Valley, and thanks for coming. But these are given away to the winners of the different classes, and the children get these. And they're very nice. And thanks for creating these for us, by the way, Michael. Anyway, so the kids get really excited about this event, and I'm glad that Mark has kind of taken this on as one of his projects. But getting back to Mark is a friend and an illustrator. I don't know how many illustrations for how many different magazines worldwide that he has done, but you can see some of his artwork. It's displayed all over here. He taught at Pasadena Art Center for how many years?
87 to 2002.
87 years, no. Whatever that math is. So 20 years or whatever.
Something like that.
And, you know, we went down just a few weeks ago to see one of his students named Chip Foose. So, anyway, Mark is an extraordinary man. He's an extraordinary artist, and I'm proud to say he's my friend.
Mutual.
Yeah. So let's see what you have for us this year. We are honoring
Can't wait.
the Dino.
Okay, the Dino Ferrari. You know, Enzo Ferrari, he produced those 12-cylinder automobiles. And his son came around and said, "Dad, we need something that people can afford." But his initial, Enzo's initial reaction was, no, it's going to be 12-cylinder or nothing. Well, his son, his name was Dino, he said, "You know, Dad, we need to have a car that it goes up against the Porsche 911 at the time." And he agreed to, okay, let's make a car that is affordable, and we don't have a 12-cylinder, we have a 6 or an 8-cylinder in it. And but he was not really very much in love with that car. However, the car was produced from 1968 until 76, and it developed into something later on, and it got into racing, and it came home with quite a few trophies. But anyway, this year is the 50th anniversary, and Montecito Motor Classic, they picked that automobile to be the featured automobile for this year. So this baby here is Ferrari. I need to say that Enzo actually never wanted to have the Ferrari badge on that Dino, because he wanted to keep that Ferrari badge only on the 12-cylinder. But later on, he relented, and you know, the Ferrari badge went on. But it was never a Ferrari; it was always a Dino. So here we go. Including the Ferrari badge, in the later models they put it on. That's the Dino badge. This is the Montecito, and for two reasons I put that on. Number one is that is Montecito. Everybody can identify with Montecito. And the second reason is because I thought if I put that on, maybe I can get a free dinner. You just never know. You know, if you don't ask, you don't get. Anyway, we have the Speedster, the Spider, and we have the Coupe. And this one is a special one. You know that one.
No.
Andy.
Andy, but I'll talk about
One of our committee members
Yeah, he's not.
is Andy Timku, and this is his car sitting in front of the Montecito Inn.
Nice.
Okay, so here it is.
Yay.
Will be auctioned off for what? You start at $5.
I wanted to say something about the Dino. Andy felt really bad that he couldn't have one here. He tried to get it here, but he said he just couldn't. But he will be at the gala. It will be inside the actual showroom, which has not been, we haven't done it. We're going to try to get Archie's car in there too. We'll have to see if the door is wide enough, Archie. But we'll have a car on each side of the stage, and they'll be highlighted. And he apologizes, but he said to tell you that they're so very rare that it'll give you a reason to go to the gala.
Oh,
Yeah. So thank you.
One
Mark. It's
one
beautiful.
last thought. The car show has grown in many different ways in popularity. We've attracted a lot of people that are very significant in the car world, especially Barry Meguiar. Now, if you don't know Barry Meguiar, as far as I'm concerned, he single-handedly created the car hobby culture. He grew up in the car compound business commercially starting in 1901 with his grandfather. His grandfather started the company in New York, moved the company to the Pasadena area in 1912. All they were doing, and as you may or may not know, a car back then in the teens was painted like your house was painted, okay? And so they had to have special preparations and compounds to make the paint stick. Okay, that's what Barry Meguiar's family made. He wanted to create a product that could be sold in a bottle, okay, and sold to consumers to prep their car for shows and other things. Anyway, so in 1973, he went out into all of the United States to different car shows, handing out samples of his liquid car wax, Meguiar's, and it became a sensation, not just in America, but worldwide. So Meguiar's car care products are the de facto standard for car prep products. And he will be our honoree that weekend. So he'll be at the gala, he will be at the car show. He has a car show TV program called Car Crazy. It's on Velocity. So he goes all over the world, interviews guys who have car collections, museums, and other, and what he brings to us and with us, and also the Peterson Museum will be with us again, and that's a huge boost to us to have them represented here. So they'll be here. Also, the Mullen Museum will be represented. That's another huge. The Murphy Museum, which I'm a part of, will be here. That's not such a big deal. But anyway, they're there. So, I mean, it's a remarkable weekend, and thank everybody for making this work.
Dolores, two more things. I wanted to introduce Susie. Can you raise your hand, please? Susie's going to be handling the senior tour this year. So anybody that wants to know anything about it, please see Susie. It's a wonderful thing you've done again. Thank you, Susie.
Wow.
It's amazing. Yeah, but you're doing a great job too. And then the other thing, I just want to elaborate a little bit on the children's event. We had our first class, I think, last night. And there were 16 children, something like that. And we really need volunteers. A lot of the children don't have a male figure in their family. And so those of you that have built models or whatever, we can really use some volunteers there. We had one volunteer, which I thought we would have a lot more. So if you have time, please see me or see Brian over here. He's heading it up with my stepson, Todd. Tomorrow is another class, and then the following Wednesday and Friday, and then one just before the show. Right, Brian? I got it right? Okay. Yes. Yes, I am.
About this thing that will be auctioned off at the gala, and we will also do lithographs of it, limited edition lithographs. So you might want to start saving money now. So stand in line, a long line to buy those lithographs. And are we going to do posters too?
I think we're just going to do the lithographs, and we're going to frame them this year. So you'll be able to buy them already framed this year's and last year's. So that'll be right next to the PAL booth, and Mark will be there to sign them, correct?
Okay,
yeah. That's during the actual car show.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with this work, you might want to come over and look at this close up. This is an internationally renowned automotive illustrator. He's award-winning, just won a big thing, that was back in January, and it's really exciting for us to have him on our team, and then he does stuff like this for us, so this is pretty cool. Also, I'd like to recognize who are the people who brought their cars. Raise your hand, who made all these cars happen. Check these cars out. This is just absolutely fantastic. These are samples, so everybody gets to take one home. No, that's wrong word, is it? I have a couple of these. Okay. We look forward to seeing you that weekend, and thank you very much for being here
And
today.
there's one outside, a fantastic car.
Another car
open through the
outside.
door.
Please
Thank you,
eat the
Archie.
food.
What about the pictures?
Eat the food.
Yeah.
Thank you.